Malawi Brief.
Adalonjeza chakummawaku kuti abweranso kanthawi kena, loya Kamangira wabweradi ndipo ulendo uno wabwera ndi listi imene akuti akhala ikupanga zachinyengo. Takhalani pomwepo.
Everybody, nanena kuti Chief Justice mene ntchito zawo mene agwirira aoneka kuti ndi corruption anzikamanda amenewa Deputy Chief Justice achikopa muchikopa amenewa ndi bwana Mkubwa aziphuphu amenewa ndi the prince of corruption in Malawi because essentially wherever corruption happens, for it to be identified as corruption, it's the court that determines. So then if you have a court that is corrupt, then it makes it a worse form of corruption, So that's why the Deputy Chief Justice is properly so-called the Prince of Thieves, the Prince of Corruption. Bwana Mkubwa mfumu ya mbava Malawi akapanda nda aziphuphu amenewa hana ipotani ziphuphu sinamverepo komano nda uleso opyaso umene umakhala ndi mwinaso effect yofanana ndi ziphuphu ngoti iwo asapanga benefit koma ulesiwo ndofunikaso kuti munthu achosebe fa judge amakhala judge fawati akulemba zigamulo ndengati akupanga ulesi mangomva nkhani kumangozisunga sakuyenera kukhala judge nazakambapo kuti John akasala esi ndi judge amene akugwira ntchito bwino kuyambira ali ku high court commercial court ananenaponso current attorney general kuti ndi akapsyali maclient amanena kuti amenewa amapanga judge shopping ndiobweresa katangale mu profession ya law ambeta ananena ndakatsala nda amenewa ndokuti atasankhidwa kukhala chief justice zinthu zitakuyenda bwino nazakambaso kuti akamanga aive kamanga nda amenewanso ndi judge wamkulu wabwino kwambiri amagwira ntchito yawo bwino she's excellent actually, her reasoning amazing. Amenewanso chief justice utakwa khala bwino kwambiri komanso chifukwa chonenazo kuti I think azibambo atipanga chipongwe kwambiri mwina tiyese chief justice wamkazi nkandawiye nanena kuti ndawerengapo ma judgment awo pakati pano pasingapange chiganizo chenicheni koma iniyo ngati muli ndi nawo mwina nkhani zimene zili zokwanira kuti umboni kuti munthu sizinayende bwino mutha kutumiza ikamafika next week tikhala tili ma lines makamaka ma email opangidwa protect bwino amene mungatumizeko information nazakambaso kuti Justice Sylvester Kalembera ndi judge wa ku Supreme Court amene aliso ndi mbiri yabwino kwambiri sinampezerepo zonyatsa komanso ku criminal court namudandaula amene mapita ku criminal court atachokako he was doing amazing work. So yeah, that's the other thing. Sometimes some judges, when they are promoted and madandaula, not because you don't wish him well or her well, kumano, you look at the amount of work they were doing and the amazing work they were doing, that you're going to miss that as a lawyer or as lawyers. Our Justice Jingiswayo Madisa ndambava amene wawo ndo akuba ndemuona connection ya awawa amatisewa akapanda ndi achikopa anthu atatu amene wawo aononga Malawi kwambiri. President Peter Mutharika nazakamba musona yake kunena kuti pazizi zonse zimene tikupanga every branch of government tizipanga zinthu zimene zikukomera dziko lathu. Anthu awa aononga dziko la Malawi kwa zaka zambirimbiri. Ndipo chinthu chimene tikuyena kupanga chokomera dziko la Malawi ndikuwachosa ku Supreme Court. atatu mwina ayalipo tanditha kwa kuona chilango chimene tingapase koma awawa anthu atatu amene anthu ena kuti amangidwe. Justice Mvundula, Senior Counsel, a Justice of Appeal. I don't know much about him in the Supreme Court, how he's behaving in terms of work and all that. Ndi munthu wa private, amonka private kwambiri. Koma from what I heard from others, ndionena kuti nawonso samalemba zigamulo ndi aulesi chimozimozi ngati apotani. Ndi amene waso ndi nkhani yoti ayankhe fa munthu makhala jaji. Ndi makambapo nthawi ija kuti majaji aku Supreme Court amalandira ndalama 3 times more than surgeons. That's an anomaly. You know, the surgeons, people in the medical profession, you need to do your advocacy. Kuonesa kuti madokota antogwira nzipata azilandira ndalama so zokuti akupasidwa ulemu pa ntchito yawo yabwino imene amakhala kugwira mdziko. Justice Dorothy Nyakaunda Kamanga, she's an excellent judge. And I'm doing this because amatengera tsiku imene adzukira, which is also weird. Kuma imene simejo sikatangale. Ndimene ndi personality chabe. So you can't control personality, and you obviously have judges like that. Sikuli na azuka bwino, museka, sikuli na ayangana kumbali, sikuli na tani. But overall, she's a good judge, and I'm grateful that the Supreme Court has at least 2 ladies. But we need more women in this Supreme Court. So you see, the Chief Justice Panja Benibeni, the Deputy Chief Justice Panja Benibeni, Akabana, the most 3 senior members of the Supreme Court, Mavuto. So what do you expect? So Panova, Mr. President, Mukamabangas appoint Commercial Judicial Service Commission, whatever you're doing, seniority should not be the only consideration. There should be more things. And perhaps we should start the South African way or the Kenyan way in regards to appointing judges, even promoting. Promotion should be based on particular something that you can measure to say, tuwabanga pamoto joga hapa kufika posa kuti munthu akhalisa pa ntchito akhalisa mu judiciary ndakwe zithe zimenezi tathana nayo Supreme Court ngati pali mafunso pazifusidwa koma nkhani zimene nazo mutha kufufuza mupeza kuti ndi choncho ndithu. High Court ndimaujitange nding'ono ndesi ndivutika kuonesana imafunikira kwambiri ndifa utsogoleri wonse wa judiciary umachokera pamenepo koma kumene kuli nyasi zambiri akuluakulu aononga judiciary. So enawo ambuyo osatira zimavuta kuti zinthu zikonzeke foti uku aonongeke amanawo kuti mukayipisira kumtunda munsinje mazi amangobwera ndikuti koseko anthu akumwa mazota oyipa. Apa ndikuonapo Justice John Chirwa sindikwaziwa, so I cannot comment. Ndikuonapo Justice Annabel Ntalimanja, she's excellent. Ndamenali a commissioner, ndamenali a Eugene Ameki, ainde sabuno chisango. Amenali ati yatakutero kuti ainde sabuno chisango andaka winatu chifachicho sama chiona chabwino. Justice Dorothy Gabriel, oh my God. She's an amazing judge. She's fearless, and we owe her an apology as a nation because we love corruption, you know, and we undermine her authority as a judge. I'll say more on this Usogoro, but Justice Dorothy Gabriel, she's fearless. Justice Ruth Chinangwa, she's a good judge, rational. Yeah, she's friendly to young lawyers in terms of students. From my interaction with the High Court, she's very keen to promote, to encourage her students, law students, in terms of confidence. So she's a good judge. I haven't heard anything about on her as regards corruption. Justice Chimwemeka, she's a good judge. I think strong spiritual, but this is a good and this is our Mungu. Kumano in terms of nchito amagwira bwino ndithu nde palibe kuchifuka sinamvepo za corruption. Justice Texas Maswamphambe Amasamphambe asinamve post corruption. Amasampanda mandona ngati kuti neyo. I'm pro advocacy. I'm donor driven. I think he feels that I'm donor driven. But one day he will understand. He will understand who I am. And that's it. What I'm saying there is not relevant to this conversation. It's a personal issue. He's a very good judge. I think he writes good judgments as well. And he's very humble. Maso Mpambe he's very humble actually. He's very humble, always smiling, But behind that smile, I'm a cow he's a very good judge. Justice Agnes Patemba, she wrote a very good judgment actually. A judgment that the High Court, the judgment in a case that I appeared in. I'll share to the public soon, that judgment. It was a judgment with regard to, it's a judgment that can inform the entire criminal justice system as regards to prisons and kwasunga anthu mundende. And inapitapo before her court and anapereka chigamulo chimene inanena kuti within a particular period of time court akwena akumane limodzi ndi aku prison komanso my department ena kuti akambirana tipange system yonena kuti munthu akakhalisa undende kuti azikhala automatic asamakhale munthu zaka zambiri. So I think we need to go back to the ruling. But my point is that her involvement as a registrar ya election case and then immediately kumusankha munthu judge kena kumapita ku London, that is something that should be investigated. But otherwise, she's an excellent judge and she was an excellent registrar. Justice Kishindo, very good judge. I haven't heard a lot about him. I haven't interacted. I think that would be wrong. Or can't be wrong. So I can't comment much. Justice Vikoji Ndo Vijima, she's, I don't know, in terms of that. Sometimes she writes very good law and another day she writes different as well. It depends on what food she had eaten that day. It depends on, I don't know. Yeah, so, but I've never heard about corruption in terms of justice. Vikochi Chima, and she's humble as well. She's humble. Justice Nzondi Mvula, he's very corrupt from the time Manali. Magistrate, unfortunately, he's very corrupt, but he writes very good judgments on death penalty. The Mutoda Mazua Yuji Dandit. Kuma is very corrupt. When I'm going to investigate. Justice Gladys Gondwe, she's very good. I haven't heard anything bad about her. I haven't found anything. Justice Dick Sanklani, very good. Haven't heard anything bad. Justice Bruno Kalemba, a very good judge. I don't know much about him as a judge. I know him about him I think as a private legal practitioner and as a person. Interaction, he's very good with interaction. So I don't know much about his character as regards to corruption in the judiciary. Justice Eda Bwakibinga, as you can see, I'm struggling to pronounce the name. I don't know. I haven't interacted with her. Justice Ednes Chanza, she's fine. She's actually a very good judge in commercial law. I think she taught a lot. She was in the private sector for a long time. She's a very good judge. But she's a new judge. Here I'm seeing Justice Kongwan Godfrey Banda. Ngojenjera kumano sindikuzwa kuti ngati pali chinaso apart from kuchenjera kwawo. He's very friendly. Yeah, PR amaiziwa. Now we come here. I think this is commercial division. But the makota makao makoto sena. Tikabwera commercial division, tukufigura the most senior there, Ndikena and Manda. He's the most corrupt in the High Court. And the Tikakumanda Court. Dr. Chifundo Kachari is one of those judges that when you meet them, it's like you just want to hug them because they are the people that at least give you hope they bring sanity to the, this is how a judge should be, Justice Kajari. Justice Jabali, he's too clever, that one. I'll stop there. Justice Masago Nsungama, I know little, but there might be some issues in regards to, which is an issue that I've been thinking, where a judge gets a loan from a bank, and then the bank has an issue, and it appears before that judge. That judge has to recuse themselves because there's a conflict of interest. So there might be an issue with the bank and all that. So I'll stop there. I will not comment more because I haven't interacted with him more. But yeah. Justice Malonda, I don't know much about her, so I can't comment. Justice Goya Namonde, she looks just. Yeah, I don't know her, but she looks just. And when I'm warning about hobby, at least she looks just. Yeah, this one, Namonde, Justice Namonde. This one, Ajija, Honorable Justice Chabweraso. He's an excellent judge. He's the less senior or the most junior judge. He's excellent. He's writing judgments in good time. He's an amazing judge. His law is good. So just right, even when you read his judgments. So if we are to give an award to High Court and Supreme Court, we'll give Kalua. Trouble Galua. The only thing he has to change, he has to live as a judge. Sangapi tizo makanga timena makalira. Ayi kuliko edi. Ajija wena makanga the judge. Ishwa kaya nankantuza kangona ukucheza ndi anthu ena ake amatha kuganizira. So justice must not only be done but must be seen to be done. So some of the things that you are required to do as a judge to stay away from people, to live as a judge, is because you don't want to create the suspicion something fishy is going on as you interact with people. Thank you very much for your attention to this important matter. About the civil division, I'm seeing here Justice Sikwese. She has been serving for a long time. I have nothing weird to say about her. I haven't heard much apart from ugalibira makanso udi sana konzegere. So judge ugalibira lawyer udi sana konzegere. I mean the judge guy. Hey, here we have Justice Kenyatta Nyenda. He's very corrupt. He's too corrupt, in fact. He should be investigated. Next to Justice Kenyatta Nyenda, there's Mike Tembo, Justice Mike Tembo. When Maria breed, I did Justice Tembo. Dantoni na kuti madaba kuti akupezeka bwanji mgulu anthu oti osokonekerawa. How is this light being found among the dead? Justice Tembo, Judge Z, Justice Zone Ntaba. She's one of my favorite judges in Malawi in terms of advocacy and just how she handles herself. But there are two things I think people complain about: judgments not being written, but also some weird decisions. So there should be an investigation. Despite that, she's one of my favorite judges, but she should be investigated. She also contributed a lot to the law school. Now I think go to law school. She, in terms of kupunzisa ana school, could apunzile how to handle themselves in COE. I'm at Tandiza of COE a lot. I'm at Tandiza University of Malawi in terms of COE, clinical legal education. So I'm impressed with her. She's one of the judges to show to the world, to say this is our judge, and people say, we know Judge Z. She's also doing a lot in terms of training lawyers, even lawyers and all that. So I think my mitigating factors, to see an inside ata kamina kumano amatu kumene kusifuna kuti muadule mutu for the zinthu zawo zithakonzeka pale naonena kuti kulakwa kwawo sitingakonze tingoena tachose tidulire tumutu njoka saweta awasa nafike pa njoka ina Justice Ntabaa. Justice Mliva, Jack Mliva, I don't know much about him. There were some learnings that he wrote that I was like, what? Yeah, but I can't say much. Justice Thompson Robert Gowe, he's a good judge. Good judge. I think he has written some judgments in Nzuzu, if I'm not mistaken. My judgment only I would amadana ni za usiru, za corruption amadana nazo. You know, we need to have those judges who will not smile by any sense of corruption or any sense of counsel not being ethical. Justice Simeon Ndedza. Ndedza is very, very corrupt. Ndedza is very corrupt. Gambia Blantyre, Gambia Chief Resident Magistrate. If you to investigate even the files that he was handling, you find very strange things when he was handling my tax matters. Andi zambiri pano andi my politicians zambiri are implicated in his corrupt. Simple as that. You know, Ndedza umbono wake sudunga soweso kwambiri. Justice William Sisia sindikwaziwa bwino sinabange appear before him. Maybe ndakulilonga kapena kuzuzu, so that's why. And I've spent much time. I've never appeared in Nilonga actually. Yeah, I've never appeared in Nilonga. I've just appeared in Blantyre, Zomba, Salima, and I like area Mego. Mangoji, I've appeared in Mangoji twice or so, or thrice in Taiwan. So Eastern region and Southern region, Kuma Kulilonga. Central region a bit Salima, yeah. Justice Maureen Kondo, I don't know much, no comment. Justice Mandala Mamblasa. So Mamblasa is he's a special judge in terms of he comes straight from human rights practice. Anali in the Tamabanga and Chilos made Mabangas Mamblasa. So you know he's excellent. The only challenge, he wrote a judgment, ya ombudsman, which up to now sin manvesa kudi how did it happen? Ana ajita wao pesa uta alembe chigamwe manager. But asa kuso wanga investigate amene. At anala gwisa pa judgment mene kuma judge amatakula gwisa he can make chigamwe jola gwika. So yena amabanga jola gwika tujira kuoneka kuti aba amaja bondama amataso banga cholondwa kuma ataja apo zimachitika zime maka anthu achina chikopacha. They can make, they're very clever, they're smart. You know, amata kuja drama ndikupanga chilango kutenga kwa uyu actually suta amata amatenga drama kwa uyu kutenga so kwa uyu zinthu zimene zimaina zima pang'ono zinakachitika mu kesi ya timati nkhani ya election ichi koma zimene zizatambasula tsiku lina tikazakha kuti judiciary kuoneka tsogolo lake. Justice Patrick Chirwa, he's a good judge. He's young and developing. He's a good judge. I think his character out, integrity out, we see in question. Justice Howard Mpemba, I can't comment on him, not because I don't know him, but my case with Justice Ken Manda is before him. So as a lawyer, I have to behave appropriately and not to comment because that might seem to try to influence the judge. So I'll not comment whether positive or negative. Justice Alan Muhone, he's an amazing commercial law judge, but I haven't followed him much in terms of his judgments. Abodole, Justice Bodole, ku Industrial Relations Court kunalizi into kumano Panova in the one there is Najijose. Akaso I just staff for a while. So I can't comment much. Family and Probate Division, you have Fiona. Justice Fiona Atupere, an excellent judge. She's amazing. No corruption whatsoever. Justice Jean Kaira, an amazing judge. She also works a lot in terms of inspiring the youth in Malawi. He leads a group of judges that goes in villages. Amaenda mizi, maskula mizi, ukali bikisana, kanya kudi ya school kuda zili mbikira kumanso kudi ataso kusakala majaji. It's very commendable. It's very good an image for the judiciary actually to be doing that. I've participated in one or two events of hers, and yeah, she's very passionate about that. Honorable Justice Chabweraso Chumwaza, she's a good judge. I don't know much about her, but I know her as a registrar. I think she was good. I hope she's still good. I have nothing to ask for her investigation for. Many mulinazo nganuzilibo muta kutigaira. Justice Kabindu is a rare breed, amazing, top notch, maybe the most educated judicial officer in Malawi. He's an amazing, God-fearing judge. But zamungu sizofunikira kwambiri pankhani ya malamulo. Koma ndi munthu kuti amacheza ndi wina aliyense. Ngati munamverapo muli nawo koma ife he's in the top 5 ya Judiciary. Tikamawerengera anthu amene ankakutithandiza ku Malawi. Justice Violet Chipao, very good. I haven't heard anything about her. She's a no-nonsense judge, so we need my judge order is into the end. Mama Anin Kantambi, I know Sinabizwala, so she's excellent. So team E, the team of Financial Crimes Division. Who won the court of Funikira Wambi? If I'm a Kuchitika Malaikuja, my financial crimes ambili. But we need to see now, kuti is going to branch. Progress is going to branch. My disposal rate is going to branch. My case is going to branch. Accountability. Revenue division, kuli majaji awili. Ajigona ndi kajeje. Anakangadula na basazi. Like, ose hapa ize, ochezeka. Akajeje, actually, Justice Kajeje is one of the judges that had to be taught to put E. So no other judge must be pesa wambili. Tizakuona ngati kuti basi ndi one mozi. But he was living a true philosophy of connecting and all that. But also as a judge, obviously, you need to be careful about security and all that. But he's an amazing human being. I almost anyway, that's not important. Justice Chigona is a very good judge, very jovial. No corruption here from my investigation. But then mutakhala nazo muta kutigaira kuti nafiso diziziwa kuti tipangepo chani. Pali registrar, office of the registrar, is very important office. So office of the registrar, ndiofunikira ifodi ndamina amalongosola china chichonse. Kaya kuti anthu awa kesi ipite kwa awa so panopa kuli anebi amene wali mu black book ali ndi nkhani zambirimbiri komanso amene wandamene angatithandize popanga investigation ya majaji aku Supreme Court aja kuti if he was to be honest ndamene angatithandize so pazina zimene ife sitikuziwa aku High Court iso amene wasatha kutithandiza. He can be state witness, a very good state witness. In fact, I think you are funny in denial. Can they find one done? Maybe you are. Don't know what I am Milandu, Commando Suki Milandu would impart Maliz. I wouldn't go to Akupanga progress, but anyway. I mean, Muzu as Zanuan, Mutakuza. His owner is someone Sogera. His owner is someone Sogera. Is one of those registrars that corrupt kesi ya money laundering ya nzungu wa South Africa icha amene anayikana kuti ine zimene sindikupanga nawo. Ndipo ndimamva kunena kuti pali kalata imene a Chief Justice analemba ndimafuna kalata imeneyo amafuna I think ampange pressurize nkulu kuti apereke bail ndipo anakana. Ndipo bail anapereka ndikuonesani many years ago enough koma awa ndi anthu kuti awina kusankhira ujaji. In fact, from my investigations zimaoneka ngati kuti mwinaso chifukwa kuti amene akupanga control system ndi ma corrupt people anamkhomera mfanayo osampasa ujaji koma he deserves to be a judge. Bwana wa Kingsley Mlungu sindikwaziwa koma akuoneka ngati kuti ndi abobo koma sindikwaziwa. Here we are. Kovuta kwambiri kukoto Industrial Relations Court limene amapita anthu akambana milandu kapena milandu ya anthu kugwira ntchito ndolemba ntchito. Munthu oyambirira ya Soya is one of the examples of the incompetence ya Chief Justice Zigamanda, because he was not supposed to still be there if we had a judiciary that is operating. So you know already, so by the corruption, by laziness, zose zoipa zimeta nina zili mwawa and so yeah. Awa amudi ndo tivi no kungofunika kangu atenga polisi kuti tieno komanda amakani so yeah. Haona chikondi Mandala, a great judge. She did a PhD at a very good university, excellent judge. His own atamanda nyimba awena fufuzidwa maka kesi ya Partridge, kesi ya 14 billion sizinaende. Otherwise amagwira ntchito amaoneka kuti amagwira ntchito. Haona ani ngumulira simazi wabwinobwino nangu aziwa from school kuma not as a judicial officer. Chimozi Anthony Kapaswiche, I know him from school as a schoolmate, but I haven't seen him as a judge. His own Wilson Carter, ali magistrate anayendizawo zimezi madabwisa kuti judge nena nabitapo judgment ina again nimayimina abale anga nalimba judgment yodabwisa kwambiri simayiwala mpaka napano and nimaziwa amakumbukira judgment imene is not founded at law, but as a registrar criminal he has been excellent and we have worked together a lot and he has matured so well, so kudos to him. And I mean, in that situations court, I haven't seen him. Sinaone baba magwira bwanyi ntchito kumeneko, but I think I have no problem. His own Peter Kandulu, I mean, we na pangido investigate. Ndabale anga nditu ndachimwenanga, and uncle anga, I mean, on the canal. I mean, mabanga masters, we are staying in the same house. So it pains me to say this, but he has to be investigated. There are a lot of things that I hear, which I can't say. Kuma mene mubanga investigation mbange nditu. Her owner Tongozani Soko, excellent. She's a graduate of Goa University, disability rights, so an excellent judicial officer. Nothing useful to say. His owner Owen Sinchela, Sindwaziwa, Kumana Akoni Nkataji Rungam, Pamaso. Registry yathu yayo yaenda motero zinthu zikuoneka zophweka koma ndizotopesa. It's heavy duty work, you know, to discuss the judiciary and to call a spade when it comes to the judiciary. The idea is for the institutions to take action, but if the institutions are not taking action, as the citizenry will also take action. We'll continue to push. As I said, we'll be making a statement in regards to way forward on these allegations of the judicial officers. We'll be filing a complaint to the ACB maybe in 2 weeks' time. ACB, I'm saying 2 weeks' time because that's a lot of work to be done. Because that's alipo ambiri, if we don't run down to the ambiri, ndofunika kulongoswa bwino kuti awatu organize zakuti kapena awatu waziwa zakuti. China nchonena kuti amena mwina atokha kuti so mulipunkuziwa ena mwaindu mene umwe kuti boma likonze zinthu pamene likuyamba ulendo wake wa kulamulira Malawi for 5 years. Umene munapasa inu ya Malawi ya anyache pa 16 September 2025. Ife enafe tikhala tikuyankhula zimene tingakwanise kuti tikakhala ndi mphamvu in the next 5 years sitipita kulikonse. 2030 ka 2031 whoever will come, if you will be talking komanso kuzakhala ena amene azakhale kuti they are doing a good job in terms of making sure kuti institutions that are government branches of government, especially critical as judiciary, they are respecting the tax that they get. Kuonesesa unena kuti misonkho ya Malawi isamango kuisira ntchito mwachibwanabwana koma azilandira service imene akuyenera kulandira. We love you, the judiciary, and we'll protect you. We'll protect your independence. We'll protect your integrity, as also you are protecting justice, ensuring that only justice is being done in the courts.